What up, y'all? We out here. What up, y'all? We are in the LL 777. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. All right, let's do this. On our way to New Orleans first. Go 40. All right, let's get our flight plan dialed in. From KMCO Orlando. Disneyland. 18 left. Kilo. And 18 left. To Red Sox 1. Jeffrey's Trans. Got us on a localizer. I want an ILS runway. Get rid of those vectors. Get rid of those vectors. What's going on out here, man? Landing lights, turn lights, taxi light. Flaps 5. Looks like 310 is our topic line. 310. Terrain here, nav there. And 310. What up, Hudson? We're in the trip, baby. And I think we're ready to go. Let's turn those pumps off. New Orleans. What up, Jal? Jal's here. Shout out to Jal. I ain't gonna crash, Jal. We're in Zach Best's neighborhood, bro. We're in Orlando. I see the QC found it, huh? New Orleans, Hudson. We're going to New Orleans. We are going to New Orleans. Busy day in Orlando, I guess. Hey, Jal, what do you think Harrison would think of this plane? This plane might be too Jewish for Harrison's liking, man. Got him. This is Harrison when he sees the plane.
What the fuck is that?
It was good, Hudson. It was good. Always, Hudson. Always butter. Oh shit, it's J-Man. It's fucking J-Man. Oh shit. No, I'm flying to New Orleans from Orlando, J-Man. Shall clip that shit. Oh, man. Hold on a second. I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this. Hey, Jal, what do you think Harrison would think of this plane? This plane might be too Jewish for Harrison's liking, man. Oh man.
Hey, Jal.
That's good. That's good, Jal. Oh, all right, come on. We got a taxi, man. I'm chilling. Hell yeah. Don't worry about it. That's Jordan, yo. What up, Jordan? Chilling, man. We're in Orlando, leaving Disney World. Disneyland. Oh shit. If you cop that merch, J-Man, you're gonna get one of these.
Curry steps back. Bang!
Get the coffee mug, bro. I got one. Busy day in Orlando, I guess. Yeah, let me go knock on his door real quick for you, J-Man. It's gonna be a long stream, J-Man. It's gonna be a long stream. We're doing a couple of flights. Orlando to New Orleans, New Orleans to Dallas, Dallas to Chicago. We're globetrotting, bro. All right. Let's get lined up on the runway here. Oh, this is 18 right. I'm supposed to be on 18 left, but oh well. I'm using the runway that I want. Alright. Once we get up in the air, it's going to be a lot quieter. Oh my god. Hudson, it did it again. Bro, Jal, clip that shit, man. Overstressed the plane during taxi?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, I'm getting fucking triggered, man. Triggered by Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, man. This is so fucking annoying. What is the deal with this fucking plane? They just updated it on Thursday. Oh my god. Fucking Jal jinxed it. Ah. Oh my god. Ah. How annoying is that, man? I swear there's a glitch, man. It's impossible to overstress the airplane when you're taxiing it, man. It's literally impossible. I mean, I'm going fucking 18 knots. Good grief, man. I'm gonna do all this stupid shit all over again, man. Red Sox, Jeffrey 5, 2-9, Monster 1, SJI. That was really annoying, man. Good grief. Get rid of these vectors. Bro, I genuinely have no clue what happened. It's like, it happens every flight. Ah, shit, it's fucking Babs. Babs.
Are you crazy?
What up, Babs? How you doing, brother? Who is your daddy and what does he do? You like that one? You like that one, Tom? Alright. Come on, man. Get those pumps off. Terrain. Nav. I'm about to make Babs a moderator. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. Got married and have a kid. You got married, Babs? You liar. You liar, Babs. Alright, come on. Let's try one more time. If it overstresses again, I'm just gonna switch planes, man. This is the only plane that it happens to. How do you overstress an airframe when you're going fucking 18 knots? If I say anything bad about Boeing, I might end up dead. You like that, Babs? It's the Yahoo Express, man. What up, Babs? You see the Dragon Ball? I know you like that. I was about to ask you about it. Pre-ordered that game. Looks sick. Oh, the new one? I forgot the name of it already. I'm still playing Kakarot, man. There's a ton of DLC for Kakarot. It's just the Z Saga. You're just watching the Z Saga in a video game, but you can play through it. That's all it is. I mean, they've got DLC. They've got like the Black Saga, They've got the not the Gammas, the Android Saga. Too many pointless missions. I mean, like I said, you're just playing through the original Z Saga. That's it. I thought it was kind of cool. That's just me, though. Where's the rest of the QC at? Hey, J-Man, you didn't fucking sub, you fucking rat. Don't be coming in my chat unless you're a member, G. I'm about to switch it to members only chat. Don't come in my chat unless you got a gem. What does LTG say? Unless you got a gem, G. Alright, here we go. We're back at the scene of the crime. Can we get the plane off the ground this time? Fingers crossed. Okay, let's just slowly apply power. Reminds me of Fortnite. This isn't a game, Babs. This is a simulator. 80 knots checked. Come on, Babs. Sterile cockpit below 1,000 feet, bro. Don't talk to me. V1. Okay, here we go. Look at that. We're off the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Positive rate. Preferred stock and livestock. That's right. Tell that shit to AMC cheerleader, bro. Fucking retard. She blocked me on Twitter. Yeah, that's right, Hudson. Wave goodbye to Orlando. How long do you drive for? This will be a 90-minute flight, Babs. I'm doing 3 flights on this stream. Yeah, I do. I got Twitch and Kick, Hudson. But I'm just on YouTube and Twitch right now. Alright, flaps are up.
Traffic. Traffic.
I don't know where he lives. Let's not be doxing anybody either. You know what I'm saying? You guys want to see the cabin? Let's open the door. Bro was doing a 360 with the plane. Oh, I didn't know we had an LL cabin. Nice. First class, yo. Holy shit. Welcome aboard. It's in Hebrew and everything. 232 Alton Drive. Adam Sandler click. It's probably one of the worst movies he ever made, bro. Adam Sandler's carrying your people. He is. J-Man doesn't like Adam Sandler because he's fucking stupid. I've done longer flights than that, man. I've done 16-hour flights. Now, I don't sit here for the full 16 hours, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Boeing won't sell me a 777, so I have to, Yeah, I can actually, Babs. That's how you fly the thing. That's a good pickup from you. Here, let me show you. Look, now the autopilot's on. I just turned it on. Okay, we are above 10,000. Oh. Well, I never turned my landing lights on. So we don't have to turn them off. What are you going to do? The FAA is going to be waiting for me on the ground for my license. Yeah, that's funny actually. When the on the release day of this plane, PMDG didn't have everything. What up, Fence? PMDG didn't have everything set up, so you couldn't actually buy it. But like when it was launched and it wasn't available for purchase, Hudson, they actually had it priced at $350 million. Zippy Sloth. Who is this twat? I know who that is. Make another one, dickhead. Hungover from white wine, Fence? Getting A-nade. Zippy Sloth is obviously Ethan. Been there, Fence. Been there. He said wrong. Proof? You got any proof, Zippy? It's Declan. Oh. We got a communist in the chat. Fuck you doing, Declan? Shouldn't you be studying for the bar exam or something? Master's in finance. Interesting. So law school was too tough, or what? Didn't get the LSAT score you wanted, or you didn't get into the school you wanted to go to? Aren't you legacy at Notre Dame, bro? Why don't you just go to ND Law? Tripping. Didn't even take the test. Shit's gay. I think I might go to law school next year, Declan, legit. I might just go to like Lincoln or something, you know? They weren't ready for that, Fence. Yep, because you're a homo. Yeah, that's true, Declan. That's probably why. A master's in finance, like, what even is that? Let me see here. Masters in finance. Oh, Georgetown has one. Harvard Extension School. What you could do with a master's in finance. Oh, it's a 12-month program, huh? At MIT, anyway. Market mechanics, cutting-edge theories, models, and industry practices. Shit, man. I could have probably taught you that shit that you're learning in that program for half the price. What is it, JP fence? That's crazy that a master's in finance is 12 months, but an MBA is 24. Huh. I got a scholarship because I'm retarded. Nice. It's not because you're white, I'll tell you that. As far as they give scholarships to white people anymore in this country. Jesus. Look at that. What a view. This could be Harrison's view soon, right? God, he fucking flew through his shit, man. I remember messaging him one day. He was like doing his instrument, and then like a month later he's doing his dual engine check ride. He's fucking flying through his programs, man. He's got to get his hours up though. He can't fly for an airline. He can't fly an airliner until he has like 2,500 hours. And that's not easy to do, man. Even if you're a flight instructor, it takes a couple of years. 15K to fly into. Yeah, I'm sure he took that offer. 15,000 to kill himself. Jesus, that wouldn't even pay for the funeral. It's 15,000 just for the plot of land at the cemetery. Unfortunately, in the simulator, if you try to fly into a building, you just go right through it. Because I tried it at One World Trade Center. Oops. Oh, Babs, the flight attendant. No way, dude. Nobody would get their shit. Babs would be like, "Boo." You know, Babs has got cerebral palsy, bro. He walks around like a T-Rex. Probably gonna get canceled for that. Can't cancel someone that doesn't care. Anyway, the 777-300ER. ER stands for extended range, Babs, because I know you were curious. Obviously, we're in the El Al. Can I Venmo you $2,000? I could, but you could just ask your dad for it. Does Venmo even let you send that much? I've never tried to send that much on Venmo, to be honest with you. So I'm not sure. My dad put everything into crypto. Yeah. Well, R.I.P. R.I.P., man. This is a custom livery, by the way. I've got my name written in Hebrew underneath the pilot's, under the captain's window. Yeah, where's Oliver at? Get my boy Oliver in here. When does Live Golf averaging down merch drop? Whenever the Saudis call me, man. Me and Anthony Kim are going to be... Oh, you know what? The fucking Pro-Am's in Tahoe this weekend. I should see if the Kelsey brothers won the long drive competition again. Indian female. In India? I don't know. We don't have slaves in this country, Declan. In case you forgot. I did reduce my landscaper's pay this week, though. Cut it in half, man. Didn't like the job they were doing. How much, what kind of donation are you going to give me, Declan, if I ditch this plane into the water right now? You going to Venmo me $2,000? Can I do some tricks with my... No, I can't. I don't know how. It's a flume. It's a flume pebble. It's actually illegal in California. You're not allowed to have flavored smoking products or whatever. But, you know. Gavin Newsom can't keep me... He said 200. Really, Hudson? I'll do it. Be some straight MH370 shit. Am I voting for Biden?
Are you crazy?
I should vote for Biden. Bro, is he even going to make it to the election? I thought the first debate was going to kill him. George Clooney says Joe Biden should step aside. I don't get it. Like, why does it matter what George Clooney thinks about who the president of the United States is? The worst Batman of all time. ER sucked. Hashtag no job. I went up to Sacramento last weekend. Saw Bronny James score 4 points. Let's do a little trip down memory lane right now. Look how young Bronny was during this interview. Hold on, let me move this over here. Let's go window capture. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. Let's just see. I'm not fantasizing about anything. No, YouTube, I will not answer your question. All right, here, let's do this real quick. properties. Here we go. You remember this, Declan? Your boy. You remember this? Look how young Bronny was back then, man.
First question in the second row on the right.
LeBron, David Barkley, KTSF. First off, congratulations on
Hey.
the win. So this being your third title is obviously
We don't need to hear from me. Let's just,
just knowing what our city has been through.
look
Absolutely.
at Bronny back then.
Just knowing what our city has been through, Northeast Ohio has been through as far as our sports and everything for the last 50 plus years. You can look back to the Ernest Biner fumble.
Ernest Biner.
99 yards to Jose Mason not being able to close out in the bottom of the ninth. So the Cavs went to the finals. I was on that team in 2007. I was getting swept, and then last year I was losing 4-2. And
You remember that one, Jordan? Getting swept?
so many more stories. And our fans, they ride or die, no matter what's been going on. No matter, the Browns, the Indians, the Cavs, and so on, and all the other sports teams, they continue to.
Is it true? I mean, it must be a work. It's not. Bronny didn't make the Olympic team, did he?
To support us, and
He didn't make the Olympic team,
for
right?
us to be able to.
I saw some bullshit
for
on
us to
Twitter
be
that
able
he
to
was
end
on the
this-
Olympic
end this
team.
drought. Our fans deserve it.
Our
They
fans deserve it.
And it was for them.
There you go. You're just mad, J-Man. You're just mad, brother. Stay mad, G. LeBron is the real DB3 with the Sacramento Bee. Can you please donate me some money? I'm watching you from one of the worst prison. Nope. You must have done something bad if you're in prison. I'll put some money on your commissary. Alms, we're going from Orlando to New Orleans. Let's have a look here. I mean, I know we're not close, but top of climb. That's right. It's too dark on that part of the planet right now, Alm, so I'm just doing it in America. I wanted to see my livery, you know what I'm saying? Can't see it when you're flying in the dark of night. Donate to a prisoner in Brazil. Why don't you donate to me? You're watching my stream. Buy some merch. Wow. Shout out to London. Shout out to... Hold on a second. There we go. 2,000. Yeah, Joe, don't get any investment advice off of YouTube, brother. I would tell you not even to take my advice, you know, because it's all very subjective, you know. You gotta have buy-in for what you're doing with your money. Well, I'm just talking about the message, you know, that guy that we were talking about earlier, that Carlson guy or whatever, Joseph Carlson. Why are we... He's a nice guy, but I'm not following... I'm studying to become an airline pilot. I'm currently in college in America. You guys call it high school. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing your A-levels, right? Bro, the sim's bugging out right now. Jeez, what is going on here? Yeah, the 777 is a great plane, Helms. It's a great plane. Let's get you a jacket, brother. There you go. Sometimes when I get too close to this mic, because when you touch the top of it, it mutes, and I guess I did that. Fuck you, Joe. You bastard. The Gulf Coast, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, we're chilling. 200 miles. Did I ever go to a Diddy party? What the fuck is a Diddy party? I don't hang out with rappers, man. Unless it was Young Dolph. Never hung out with him either, though. Oh, by the way, Jordan, I don't know if you noticed it, but earlier this week it was OJ's birthday. Now let me tell you something real quick. Let me go full screen for this. I was talking to this guy earlier in the week. This fucking banker went on. Actually, it was on OJ's birthday. Later, Hudson. We were talking about who the best running backs of all time were. And I said, in the 1970s, when the running back position was arguably what the entire offense ran through, O.J. Simpson was arguably the best running back of the 70s. And if that was the most important position, then that would make him the best football player of that decade. He starts going on about how LaDainian Tomlinson is a better running back than O.J. Simpson. I didn't even know how to react to that, man. I mean, because I would take Franco Harris. I would take Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders. And I could keep going. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with LaDainian Tomlinson, but better than O.J. Simpson? 2,000 yards in a 12-game season? You got me fucked up, man. You got me fucked up. Later, Hudson. Yeah, Alms, I'm in California, brother. So you never got diddled by the diddler at a Diddy party? No, never did. Never got diddled by the diddler. I heard they were calling Dr. Disrespect Dr. Diddy. It's fucked up, man. Oh, man, he's done. You're done. Dr. Disrespect, the age of consent. I don't get it, man, because the guy had everything. He had a beautiful wife. He's got a kid. He threw it all away. He threw it all away. Oh, I would welcome them being upset, Alms. I'm a very proud Jew. I'm a very proud Zionist. And I'm not afraid to go 12 rounds with anybody that has a problem with that. If someone comes onto my stream and doesn't like that I have an Israeli livery on my plane, they can just get their Jew-hating ass off my stream. And don't come back. I know you don't want me to launch into a big, diatribe about the Kingdom of Jordan and all that, the Philistines, the Romans. This isn't the place for that. I think it's hilarious how, at least here in America, everybody on the left, has an opinion on Israel and Palestine and everything else, and they're the great purveyors of the American democracy and democracy in general, right? But they have no interest in protecting the only legitimate democracy in existence in the entire Middle East. It's really confusing to me, but like I said, not really the place for it. I mean, what's controversial about an El Al livery anyway? I mean, you got to be a real snowflake to get offended by an airplane livery. That's all I'm saying. Just my opinion, though. All my life, Elms. All my life. When I was growing up in the 90s, my dad and I used to go to Israel every year. And when I was a kid, Gaza was actually a beautiful place. Lots of rooftop gardens. It was very clean. The West Bank in general really wasn't that bad of a place. And then when the Israelis withdrew, completely, mind you, in 2005, and the Palestinian Authority moved in, and Hamas, more importantly, moved in, you got what you have today, which is a rundown, blighted district. I mean, for example, 100% of Palestine's water and electricity comes from Israel. You know what I'm saying? To this day. Could you imagine, since you're in Britain, could you imagine during the Blitzkrieg if Hitler was dropping care packages on Britain while he was bombing the country? Because that's what Israel's been doing. I don't have the figure right now, but it's a couple 100 million tons of supplies that have been dropped into Gaza and the West Bank by the IDF since this conflict begun. Israel is being a lot nicer than I would be if I was pulling the strings after that attack from Hamas. They found hostages at the home of an Al Jazeera journalist. I've been trying to tell you people about Al Jazeera for years. You don't listen to me. They're finding hostages at the homes of Al Jazeera journalists. Alms, do you celebrate Christmas? I'm just curious. Do you celebrate Christmas every year? No, okay. Well, for the people that do celebrate Christmas, that think Israel is occupying that land, I just have one question. Christmas is meant to celebrate the birth of who? Where was he born? That's all I gotta say, man. You gotta understand, Islam didn't exist until the 7th century. Okay, the Kingdom of Jordan was founded in what? 1200 BC? Jake McHudson, what up? Santa and the North Pole. We lost Richard Simmons. No way. It finally happened? Wow. Dead at 76. Yo, I'm not going to lie, but when I was in middle school, I used to get called this guy because of my hair. Richard Simmons lookalike. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. Wow. He just celebrated his 76th birthday on Friday. Wow. No foul play is suspected. Well, R.I.P. to Richard Simmons. He was a good person. Sweating to the oldies. That was the name of his, he had a line of aerobics videos, Sweating to the Oldies. They were big in the 90s. Wow. Nice cock, bro. Easy clapped. What up, Nismo? You fucking freak. No relation to Ron Simmons. Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely no relation. I don't even think Richard Simmons was his real name, Jake. I think that was his working name, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go watch this clip again. Oh, it's on my channel, right? I'll just watch it later. Jordan, Disneyland next month, brother. I'll probably do Universal again too. Pop back into Super Nintendo World. Yeah, it should be good. I really want to go. You know what? I'm kind of still undecided, Jordan, but I might just say fuck it and go to Orlando because they've got so many more resorts. Like, for example, the Disneyland Hotel, I paid like $720 a night for the room, bro. And that was the cheapest room they had available. There's only like, I think there's only 3... I'm going to take my mask. I'm going to take off my... I'm pro-Palestinian, and I know the fact that Israel's made out of European Zionists, atheists, not Jews, Christians, or Muslims. Hey, Elms, you're allowed to think whatever you want, brother. We can disagree and still respect each other, you know? I just think that there needs to be one safe place on the planet for Jews to be able to congregate, and that's Israel, nowhere else. You know, and this idea that, like, there's anti-Islam sentiment in Israel. It's like there's Arabs that are on the Israeli Supreme Court. There's Arabs that are in the Knesset. It's just totally a concoction of the West. It's not true, you know? Israel's the only country in the Middle East that has a pride parade. Israel might be, ironically, the safest place for any Muslim on the planet. They're probably safer in Israel than they are in Jordan or Egypt or Saudi Arabia or anywhere else. Anyway, Jordan, what I was saying was I can do the same thing that I do in Southern California at Disney World for like a fourth of the price. You know, like $2,000 for a 3-day park hopper and lodging at one of the resorts. You know, I was looking at that all-star resort that they have. People are they're always one bad bottle of tequila away from all-out war on that part of the planet, Nismo. It's always been that way. It'll always be that way. I think a two-state solution is the way to go. But I don't think... My biggest problem with Israel is one person. And I've never liked him. But my biggest problem with Israel is Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't like Bibi very much. I've stayed at All Star, it's fine, but I'm never ever at the resort. Right, you're just there to sleep and shower. Yeah, it is, Nismo. He's been prime minister most of my life. He did have a short tenure in the last 3-4 years where he wasn't PM, but he eventually won it back. He's very much a nationalist. He's kind of like... man, I don't want to compare him to Trump because he's not... He's much more... And I don't want to compare him to Putin either because Putin's like an actual war criminal, you know? But he's kind of like in between. He's in between a Donald Trump and a Vladimir Putin. The medium of between those two, if it could exist. Yeah, I mean, Justin Trudeau. I've seen so many pictures of Justin Trudeau in blackface, I'm starting to think that's his real face, Nismo. And he just keeps getting elected. Milkowski? Who was the who was that? Was he the mayor of Toronto or was he the prime minister? Rob Ford? When I was in college, he got busted for like smoking crack or something. Jordan, are the resorts pretty spread out though? Like, do they have shuttles and everything that run you from your hotel to the? Because I know it's like a master planned community, and the parks are like north and south and east and west of each other. And then Rob Ford had a brother too. Nismo, was it Tom? Getting close to our descent here. Yeah, of course I do. You kidding me? Elms. He got assassinated when I was a kid. He was Labor Party. He was big into the two-state solution too. He won a Nobel Prize. I think him and Yasser Arafat shared that prize. They're kind of spread out, but no resort has a bus directly to another resort. You can take a bus to any of the parks or the shopping district. That's kind of the great thing about Disneyland and SoCal, Jordan, is that everything's right there. You know, like the hotel, right outside the hotel is the monorail, and that'll take you right into Tomorrowland, you know? Yeah, it won't get you to California Adventure, though. You're going to have to walk to California Adventure. Yeah, I agree with you, Elms. It was an inside job. Disney also loves actual cast members who work for Lyft. Wait, have actual... Whoa! Interesting. I didn't know that, Jordan. Yeah, Yitzhak was a great prime minister, though, Elms, and he was really a proponent of that Israel-Palestine peace. You know? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the United States knew about 9/11 before it happened, right? We knew about Pearl Harbor before it happened. Etc., etc. Are you suggesting that they allowed it to happen so that they could go into Palestine and eradicate them? Because, listen, no matter how I feel about Palestine in general, having a conversation about Palestine and having a conversation about Hamas are two different things. I'll eventually get out there to Orlando, Jordan. I want to see that animal park that they have. Yeah, probably Elms. But that's the same argument that some Americans make. And I'm not saying that they're wrong. But the argument is that American intelligence had been informed about the possibility of 9/11 airplanes being hijacked and flown into buildings, and they allowed it to happen so they could use it as an excuse to, go to the Middle East and do what we did there. They got any petting zoos in there, Jordan? Are you able to like interact with the animals at all, like physically? Carol Baskin's Animal Park. Oh man. Hummus? Hummus? Hummus is good. That's not how you spell it, though. It's supposed to be a U after the second M. Alright, we gotta stay ahead of this descent. That's what that makes sense, Jordan. Going down. Who the fuck is emailing me on a Saturday? Oh God. Look at these politicians want fucking donations. Jow wants donations. The politicians want donations. Jordan, what are you playing right now, man? I'm surprised you're not playing Elden Ring. You're all into Berserk and everything, man. You haven't played any of the Dark Souls games? Alright, we have begun our initial descent into New Orleans. Bro, I suck at Elden Ring. Get good, kid! I'm an Elden Lord. I haven't played the DLC yet, though. I heard that, I've seen some. It looks fucking hard, man. It looks really hard. Have you played any of the Dark Souls games, Jordan? I've played. So here's my FromSoft resume. I played Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I played Sekiro, and I played Elden Ring. I have not played Bloodborne. I have not played Demon Souls. Bloodborne's a PlayStation exclusive. I have a PlayStation, but I haven't played on a console since I got this PC, and that was, I don't know, a year and a half. 2 years ago? I don't know. What up, Frank? What kind of build are you running in Elden Ring, Jordan? X-Plane 10 Infinite Flight. Do you think there will be a... I don't know, because it's... The only console simulator we have, Elms, is Microsoft, and obviously that's not going to... I've got a handful on the PS5, yeah. I don't know why Microsoft would ever share their simulator with the PlayStation. I think flying on console is kind of only half the experience. Like, you can't get these planes on a console. You can't get the MD-11, can't get the MD-80. You won't be able to get the A380. Schmidt, I need some money and some grippos. I wonder what it would take, Frank, to do a PlayStation console port since they've already done it for the Xbox. It would it would only be available on next gen though. Because I remember when Microsoft Flight Simulator first came out for the console, it was only available for the next gen consoles, the S and the X. Biloxi, Mississippi? We're in Jake's neighborhood? I just meant like the coding, Frank. Like maybe it would be different coding. I don't know. I'm not a tech guy though. I just use the technology. I don't know how to fix it or make it. Jake is about 90 minutes from Biloxi. You know what I started playing, Jordan, is what is it? Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Those are kind of fun. JRPG. I wonder if you can dump fuel. Let me see. Nope, it's not on there. Oh yeah, it is. There it is. There's the fuel jettison nozzle right there. I don't think you can jettison fuel in the simulator though. It's on. Well, I guess if you're, I don't know if you have an Xbox, but it's on Game Pass right now. It's the whole trilogy. Coming down on that cloud deck. Black Myth Wukong, yeah. Did you play any of the Neos? If you beat Neo or Neo 2, you should be able to beat Elden Ring. Neo's fucking hard, man. If you know, if someone's going in blind, meaning they've never played a FromSoft game in their life, I would recommend them to start with Sekiro because it's kind of like an elementary introduction on the upgrade system in the FromSoft games. And you only get to use one weapon, your katana, and you have this thing on your wrist that's kind of like a utility tool. But a lot of people say that Sekiro is the hardest Souls-like ever made. Depends on what kind of planes they have, Alms. Depends on what's in their fleet. I don't have the British Airways and the Turkish Airlines fleets memorized, unfortunately. So I know British Airways has a lot of nice planes, though. We're looking good on this descent. There's a beach. It's a Long Beach. No pun intended. You play the Yakuza games, Jordan? I love the Yakuza. Well, let me be clear. I love the Yakuza games. I do not like the Like a Dragon games. Can I get some money? Can I put my buy me a coffee in your chat? Yeah, Yakuza 0 is great. Majima and Kiryu. Yakuza 0 was great. Probably, Jake. They're still flying the 747 with passengers? I thought there were only like Asian airlines left doing that. I mean, God bless them if they are. People are running out of an opportunity to get on a 747. You don't have a PC, Jordan? You're all console? Yeah, I know, but I didn't know that British Airways was still flying passengers on 747s. I thought they were all cargo planes. I know the A380s that are in service will be around for a long time. But I think Qatar has their entire fleet grounded. They've had them grounded since the pandemic. And they were one of the largest customers, right? I'm not playing anything on Switch right now other than Mario Kart. Where's my... I got one of these. Oh, there it is. What I got in here? Pokemon Shining Pearl. I've only played it for like an hour. Drag required. I used to have a guitar. Did your niece sell it? Did your nephew steal it? Yeah. I went right into an apartment building, Elms. It was departing from Schiphol. You ask me about any plane crash in history, I'll talk to you about it, Elms. If it's an airliner that crashed, I know about it. This descent is a little slow for me. too slow. Where's the runway? Right in front of us? Yeah, my initial aviation curiosity came from TWA 800. It happened when I was a kid, and I followed it pretty closely, and then I kind of just started reading about a lot of other plane crashes after that. Shots fired at Trump rally. Trump's ear bleeding. Oh, wow. Send me a link, boss man. Did Trump get hit? Or is his ear just bleeding from the noise? No, Elms, I'm not. Just a private pilot. Oh, the runway's there. Okay. Let's get our gear down. Secret Service is lacking, huh? Gears down.
Twenty 500.
We got the localizer. And we've got the glide slope. Flaps to 20. Let's get this down to 160. Auto brake 3. Runway's in sight. Jesus, man. Supposed to have those on 9,000 feet ago. Flaps 25. Flaps 30. Louis Armstrong. Hell yeah, Elms. That's what I want to see, brother. Thank you for stopping by.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Woo, boy! Look at that center line. Look at that center line, G. Welcome to New Orleans. Where's the goddamn terminal? Let's read about this Trump rally. I want to hear about this.
Lady Liberty here for Grocery Outlet. Now, lady, big dogs, big homes. So here's the big announcement. This July, team up with your local grocery outlet to fight COVID out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Shut up. Yeah, I see the picture now. His ear's bleeding pretty good. Well, Bolin wished for Trump's death. So there you go. Bolin condones that. Can't wait to see his show tonight. Many men wish death upon me. Boy, that's a great photo. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna be able to get a lot of campaign propaganda out of this picture. Trump rushed off stage as bangs heard at Pennsylvania rally. I mean, his ear is very clearly bleeding. Former President Donald Trump was swarmed by Secret Service agents and rushed off stage as bangs were heard during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. This is a developing story. That was 20 minutes ago. I wonder if he got hit. I mean, why is he bleeding from his ear? Here's from Sky News. No. I don't want to accept your cookies. So his ear was bleeding from being tackled by Secret Service or what? Well, that's if he's not dead. I mean, if he got shot, he could be at a hospital right now, right? My dad's already texting me saying that it was staged and that they used firecrackers. Holy fuck, man. This is the delusional lefties in my family. Firecrackers. He's got blood all over the side of his head. Firecrackers? Boss Man was there. I believe it. Alright, let's shut down here. Alright. Our next flight will be to Dallas. I'm just going to go take a quick piss break. So I will be right back. Tell you this, if some shit like that happened at a Biden rally, that Secret Service tackle probably would have killed Joe Biden. The Secret Service tackle probably would have killed Joe Biden. Beat Bolin and subs. Yeah, what is there to cover? I mean, the intolerant liberal left, as usual. I mean, our extremists on the right attack the Capitol and, like, you know, sit at desks and shit, and their extremists on the left try to kill the people that they can't beat. What else can you say? Clip that. All right, let's get our next flight, huh? From New Orleans to Dallas. I don't know about that, Pooch. I don't know about that. Boss Man doesn't like Trump. Boss Man is not a Republican. Boss Man's conservative, but he is not a Republican. That's just my opinion. He's more of a what he would call an independent thinker. I think an independent in the political world is basically the equivalent of someone who's bisexual. If you stand in the middle of the road, you're going to get hit by a truck. You have to pick a side. You can't just be chilling in the middle, you know? That's just my opinion. Boss Man probably disagrees. And that's okay. Like you saw in here earlier, just a little while ago, there was a big Palestinian supporter in my chat, and we got along fine, you know? He loves Trump like a father. I don't know about that, brother. Let's get pushback. We can't get pushback. Is this a joke? Oh, because my chalks aren't set. He's in. Bro, is this a joke? Go look yourself. I'm good right now. I need to see if I can get pushback over here. No, I see that he's there. I'm not sure I believe that he's crying in there. See if we've got any updates. NBC News 12 minutes ago. Popping noises heard. Oh, Trump is currently safe and expected to survive, according to two senior law enforcement officials briefed on the matter. Oh, there you go. I thought he was golfing today. Is Pesci live right now? No, he's not. Roman, Pesci, Mountain Timer, Rev, and Boss Man. Boss Man's live. What the fuck could he be sharing? Go in there and check what Boss Man's sharing, Poochie. Is he sharing a fucking live news broadcast or something? That makes sense. Eric Roman loves Trump. I know that. He actually loves Trump. Yeah, boy! I don't think Boss Man's ever been to a single Trump rally. Alright, we're good off that. Let's get our parking brake set. Let's get down here. So we are going from Kilo. Lay off the weed, Pesci. 2-9. Yeah, boy. DFW. We're going to get Punch a Hoe. From 2-9. 18 right. From Beery 2. Peanuts. Get rid of those vectors. Let's do this. Wow. Look at this, Gonzo. Hold on, let me, This is, wow. See, they're just giving him campaign propaganda to use. Look at this. Look at this. This is fucking hard, man. Look at this. That's an album cover, man. Holy shit. That's an album cover right there, man. Get lifted off the secondhand smoke. Five degrees of flaps. Approach vert. Three, 4, 0. Three, 4, 0. There we go. I was like, what the hell? Okay. It was the trolls. Right. Alright, let's go. Oh, you know what? I need my landing lights, turn lights, and taxi light. Seatbelts are on. Alright, let's taxi. They must be really worried about their chances at the ballot box if they're trying to kill him. It says a lot more about them than it does about Trump. If Bolin goes on some diatribe tonight about how he wishes it was successful, I'm going to send him like a $2 tip on PayPal. And I'm going to say that, and I'll say, you sick fuck. Or maybe I'll just do a super chat. No, I better not, because then it'll just get Poochie and Poochie. It'll just get Pesci indicted. That's kind of the thing. No matter what I do, he's just going to blame Pesci. He won't give me my flowers. It's all me, Bolin. Pesci likes you. I don't like you. That's not entirely true. I think you're an interesting character. Would I let you in my house? That's a different question. Sorry, in my basement. Let's get that EFB back down here. We want to be able to see out our window. There's 2.9. Okay, very slowly, so we don't overstress the airframe. You see that? What? What?
Ah!
Can anybody explain that to me? That's it, man. We're out of that fucking thing. Where's my fucking... Where's my TWA? You know what? We'll use the JAL, okay? Good grief, man. Two nine. Good grief. Let me get a new flight plan, man. Check out the livery on this one. It's got a cabin too. The MD-11, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I lied. I want to keep flying the 777. I want to keep flying the 777, man. Did you see how butter that landing was? We'll just switch the livery up. We'll go battleship. No, we'll stick with El Al. Thanks for stopping by, Off. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go 3-5. Route KMSY 29 KDFW. Second flight today, second time the airplane has been overstressed on the runway. I have no idea why it's doing that. They say they just did a big update on this plane this week. I did download the update file. It clearly did. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That's on stream right there. Peanuts. We're gonna have space to yeah, we're just gonna taxi out of here. Accept. Takeoff. 5 degrees of flaps. Center of gravity is set. Let's get our approach vert. Get those fuel pumps off. There's nothing in the center tank. .340. Terrain, nav. Alaska. Okay, airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
80 knots checked.
V1.
Just fly runway heading out of here. Gears going up. Flaps are up. Not right now, Schmidt. I don't want to get involved in that whole Trump shit right now. I'm not in the mood. It's too early in the day. In a little bit, I'll be in there though. Departing New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen. Wave goodbye to the runway. Nah, it's not, Gonzo. I mean, I could do this. I could fast forward. Oh, no flight plan set. Interesting. I do have a flight plan, but I guess since I didn't do it in the world map, it won't let me fast forward. If I set my flight plan in that world map that you saw at the beginning, when I was selecting my plane, I can like fast forward to different phases of the flight if I want. Under the radar. I don't know what that means. Not gonna lie to you. You can fly stealth planes in this game. Like they have fighter jets and shit. Oh, well, there's nobody tracking me anyway, but sure, I could fly as close to the ground as I want to, theoretically. I just got to get the plane down there. I can't recall what it is. I believe it's once you get below 12,000 feet or something. They don't have real-time radar to track you. They rely on you to report your position. Let's go see what the latest is. Well, this is on the Secret Service if anything got into that event, because you know they're in charge. They're charged with protecting the president, and they have lifetime protection after they leave office. So this is on the Secret Service. I'll tell you that much. Someone's gonna be in trouble. Trump might request a new detail. I have maintained, though, that if there was a president during the modern era that would have an attempt on his life made, it would be this guy. So that doesn't surprise me. If this isn't... I mean, it doesn't sound like it was a gun. Honestly, it doesn't. The big tits, easy clap.
Meet Asana, a work management platform that helps companies get more done and save more time.
We got some traffic. There it is. Southwest. Let's go have a look at this engine. Be right back, guys. That's what I wanted to watch was the June the King video on Gerard the Completionist.
Excuse me. Can I get this?
Alright, let's see here.
Pulling one thread about the charity thing is going to upheave my entire life in a way that scares the living crap out of me.
In the months of November and December of 2023, this thread was pulled and undid Gerard, the completionist Khalil.
These allegations are slanderous, and we believe we're done with selfish intent.
This was all sparked from Gerard's family-run charity that, though they received hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations, did not donate a single penny of the money for nearly 10 years. The drama around it exposed Gerard's long history of lies, from lying that his company was covering the cost of the event.
So, for those guys who don't know, we had a show last year, and it went great, but it was very expensive, and TOBG covered the cost of it.
Grossly overstating the amount his charity event, Indieland, raised.
Almost $1 million in the last 7 years.
Amazing.
And this year we're doing it in person.
Even lying about the disease he's fundraising money for.
Someone who's diagnosed with FTD lasts about 6.5 months.
His sudden dip in views reflects the distrust the community now has with him, and this is how it was all undone.
Well, from the outside, his life seems picture perfect, but for a local high school student, looks are deceiving.
That was a circa 2006 story on Gerard Khalil's high school senior project. The description reads, quote, "I was on K-Cow News a few years back for my first feature on the true story of my mother's illness and battle with dementia." Unquote. Gerard's mother, at the age of 56, after years of exhibiting strange behavior, was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. The Khalil family, a family of 7, had their lives changed forever. Charles Khalil, Gerard's father, an immigrant from Lebanon, the same year Gerard's mother was diagnosed, began a yearly golf tournament for the disease. Being that Charles had amassed his wealth through his company that seemed to operate in consulting gas stations and convenience stores with the knowledge and resources gained from operating his own gas stations. With these connections, major brands like Monster, Pepsi, Coca-Cola all could be seen participating in the golf tournaments.
Wow.
But Gerard did not want to run golf tournaments or tread the path his father had laid for him. Instead, he chose a ubiquitously uncertain path. Gerard wanted to make it in entertainment. It is not clear how his father reacted to this, only that he was not entirely supportive of Gerard, and no matter what success Gerard brought forward, it never matched his father's towering expectations.
The amount of money I've made, the lives that I've changed, the people that I've helped, all the opportunities that I've had, the cool things I could have done. My father still thinks that I'm not doing the right thing.
Regardless, Gerard persisted, enrolling in Fullerton College in 2006. This was the same year he made his first YouTube channel, JB Super Badass 11. This appeared to only host his school projects and related material. This 2009 video is likely the first appearance of Greg Wilmot, who was one of Gerard's very close friends.
Thank God you're paying me for this.
I hate to break it to you, but we actually aren't paying you for this.
There wouldn't be much else on this channel, as Gerard was building a habit of scrapping projects and rebuilding them from the ground up. Like his second YouTube channel, Ari and Stone, created September 22nd, 2009. This channel, as the name implies, was a sketch-based channel with Gerard and a friend playing Stone and Ari respectively. Stone was the foolish, happy-go-lucky character, and Ari was a prude that sought to bring order to his friend's chaos. While much of the comedy is bland and this trope has long been utilized to much greater effect, this series captures the looseness of a 2009 YouTuber.
He's right there. You found Osama. He's right there.
Hello, sirs. Would you like some homemade lemonade?
Why, yes. We'd like to try your product. Could we please have a sample of your product and your phone numbers?
I'm 12.
Not off limits to me!
This series
What?
was a flop. Another unsuccessful channel that, to Gerard, warranted the creation of a new channel. One that wouldn't be so pigeonholed, and one that would be set up not only to host his content on YouTube, but to also try to promote his website, thatonevideo.com. Unfortunately, this was never archived to the Wayback Machine when active. However, his YouTube channel was, but only the channel page. The majority of videos here are missing, but are clearly themed around a show satirically emphasizing masculinity with videos such as How to Torture a Thief Like a Man, Man-to-Man Time with a Man, Episode 2, How to Cook Steak Like a Man, Now You're a Man. In the sea of lost media, one episode, specifically Episode 5 of the Now You're a Man cooking show, survived.
Once people start realizing that we puppets are strong too, then
there will never be a puppet president! Now, don't cross the meats.
This around 7-minute long video provides a blueprint for the rest of the series. It was not entirely a cooking show and leaned more into sketch comedy, with episodes adopting different themes. The effort applied was perhaps misplaced, considering the custom-made puppets and the names on the credits show high production value. But the name, How to Cook Burgers Like a Puppet, would perform terrible in YouTube searches. That and there was no custom thumbnail. This was doomed to fail just from that, but Gerard provides a different reason for its failure.
And then I started a cooking show called Now You're a Man, the Cooking Show, and that was a fun show that I did for a while. It was very offensive, very over the top.
I reckon the attack was real because
and it
they
was about
caught
food
the
making and
person.
everything. And then at the mealtime came along.
Did they arrest somebody?
So I had to stop that show.
This is the beginning of documenting Gerard's lies. What would normally be dismissed as possibly misremembering, misspeaking, or just another variation of simple human error cannot be done with Gerard as it happens too frequently. To start, Epic Mealtime did not quote-unquote come along. Its first upload predates the Now You're a Man cooking show by more than 2 months. Gerard
They
also
killed him?
claims that Epic Mealtime took quote-unquote that market. Epic Mealtime's videos, besides already having eye-catching titles and thumbnails that strongly work with the theme of their channel, made the food look delectable. They were unique in showing the increase in calories, relying on excess, utilizing fast pacing, and capturing well the cooking and consuming process. Gerard's
Wow.
cooking show had none of these things and was in an entirely different market than Epic Mealtime's. Yet in a different video, Gerard states this.
And
Wow, Elon Musk. I fully endorse President Trump.
And it was almost the exact same show.
We were online gaming friends. We took a break out of destroying news on Blackwell to destroying arteries on YouTube.
We got hit with a lot of copyright strikes early on, and so I was forced to take almost all the videos down.
Here, Gerard is more precise in stating that Epic Mealtime preceded his show, but severely misrepresents his show by stating that it was almost the exact same show. The only similarities between these two are that they involve food. And then Gerard pivots to talking about copyright strikes and being forced to take the videos down, but doesn't expand on where the copyright strikes come from. Whatever the case, the cooking show failed. And not only was his channel later abandoned, all the videos were deleted. This is where his YouTube presence likely would have ended if it wasn't for John Jafari, known to the internet as John Tron, a popular retro game reviewer that expanded
John Tron,
media
that's Pesci's
and then
boy.
to whatever he wanted to make. According to Gerard, they went to rival high schools, yet somehow became friends within that time. But now in 2012, with Gerard recently graduating from California State University, Fullerton, his previous channel failing, and being dissatisfied with his job at Best Buy, Gerard needed direction, and in a way, he got that from JonTron. As Gerard explains, JonTron wanted to livestream himself playing games with Aaron Hansen. Together the two hosted the Let's Play channel Game Grumps. The only issue was they did not have an appropriate location to do so, which is where Gerard comes in because he already had a streaming setup in his parents' home. So not only did he provide his home as the stream location, but was actively working in the background swapping consoles as games as the host saw necessary. But the stream eventually winded down and JonTron left.
I'm not anyone famous, so I'm going to turn this off. And the chat said, no! Keep playing games! What the fuck are you talking about? Keep playing games. I'm going to bed and so should you guys.
From here, Gerard states they accepted the audience's invitation to continue streaming in place of JonTron.
My dad says, now
day
they don't have to
as a
tell you
result.
who it is. Maybe a
It was
Ukrainian
that, quitting
refugee.
his
Who the
job at
fuck
Best Buy,
cares?
And with the guidance of Aaron Hansen, Gerard came up with a new idea.
In the next few weeks, you're going to be receiving a new show called The Completionist. I am a completionist, and so each and every week, I'm going to bring you guys a completionist aspect of all these games, whether they be new games, old games, arcade game.
This series, at the end of 2011, was launched through the Normal Boots website. Normal Boots was a conglomeration of various gaming creators that did not feel secure with YouTube and their constant changing
Glass
policies,
fragments
or how
hit
rarely
Trump.
they would accept
Maybe it was a
videotaping
bomb?
requests. After the soft launch of the series, Gerard decided to expand his catalog of videos to YouTube with his own channel that went under That One Video Gamer. He also launched his LLC under a similar name around this time.
Or maybe it was
and so the
Glass
first
from the
episode of
teleprompter?
Completionist on YouTube was released in January of 2012.
Yes!
Interior bar. Friends enjoying Campari spritz. Cut. A sudden distraction.
But first, this video is sponsored by War Thunder. War Thunder has
Nobody
spent the
cares.
next 25 is where Shell Pen have the up controller, you know, 70 min large War Thunder is in the available from the decorator out to the video.
Gerard knew he needed a gimmick to separate his game review videos from the long-saturated market of game reviewers. The completionist angle was its own unique draw in that Gerard would focus on the entire game, and larger segments could be devoted to the difficulty or just trivia other videos may miss. But when writing the show, he felt that his comedy was lacking. That's when, as per the credits, Greg Wilmot, Gerard's friend, came in to fill that role.
It played a little bit differently, but I wasn't entirely sure.
Wait, what the hell are you doing?
What do you mean?
No, see, I do the reviews, you do the funny.
Welcome to my lair. I saw the way you floated through that door, but there's absolutely no way that you can... A lucky shot, but never... Guys!
Gerard and Greg, having built up a hearty catalog of videos on normal boots, released videos day after day. These videos were released alongside other videos that fit the trends of the time, like top 10 videos or even just spin-off completionist videos where Greg was the host. Shortly after its launch, the series had already gotten enough notoriety that the developer of Super Meat Boy challenged the completionist to complete his game. And after over 18,000 deaths, Gerard did so in the following episode. That one video gamer, with its rapid releases and unique angle, made certain that it had a strong launch. By the end of January, less than a month of its existence, it already jumped up to nearly 4,000 subscribers. But as the pacing of uploads matched the actual production schedule of around one episode a week, the traction slowed and the growth became gradual. By the end of February, they had only gained 1,000 subscribers. Even so, this proved to Gerard that he had finally found his niche and was quick to embrace it. He could also be found streaming on Twitch, where he both played games and hosted a podcast-style show, and on an additional Let's Play-esque channel known as Super Beard Bros. Week after week of consistent uploads meant that just a year later, Gerard had solidified himself within the game analyst community. He was a social creator who had been collaborating with channels of similar size, like game reviewer Pro Jared, who was also in Normal Boots.
Pro Jared.
Mixed in with these collaborations were newer channels that were also video
That's
game
Squiggles
adjacent.
boy.
Hello, Gerard. Welcome to your bedroom. Matt Pat, it's good to see you.
While Gerard was easily outgrown by his contemporaries, such as Game Theory or JonTron, his consistency, a key to YouTube success, was what carried his channel's growth. Momentous as this was, Gerard's life in mid-2013 was taking a turn for the worst.
I saw this woman go from saying, give me that fork, give me that knife, give me that spoon, to give me that gray, give me that blue, give me that silver, to even give me that thing. I want that thing, to thing, to nothing.
Gerard's mother, 10 years after being diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, had passed away. Gerard and family, bearing witness to her slowly regressing state and to her eventual passing, decided to allow her memory to live on through what would be known as the Open Hand Foundation. This charity is a 501c3, and it would be basically family operated, with the Khalil family working hundreds of hours yearly to quote-unquote evaluate charities to donate to, among other responsibilities. Virtually all the expenses
What up, Gum?
the yearly golf charity that the Open Hand Foundation was now sponsoring.
Yeah, I saw that, Jay.
The applicant estimates that it will expend approximately $20,000
I already saw that.
to cover its expenses for each tournament, resulting in a net profit of approximately $27,000. Unquote. In basic terms, the golf tournament...
And
was
Trump got
annual.
shot at.
The proceeds would go to the Open Hand Foundation. The Open Hand Foundation would then distribute the money to whoever they saw.
We're watching a documentary about Gerard the Completionist, Jake. June the King documentary. June the King has a doc coming out on DSP next month.
Was seeing a major upswing in traction. Though there were no breakout videos, his catalog as a whole
Thank
was
you,
getting
Jake.
increased interest
Appreciate you, brother.
enough to obtain an office.
And why does it look different in here?
We have an office now. You have a desk.
What are you talking? Holy crap, we have an office!
Unbeknownst to viewers, right as the channel was picking up in momentum, there was a major conflict between Gerard and Greg.
Nice. Yeah, I saw Inside Out too. It was alright. I thought Anxiety was cool. Anxiety was funny.
Direction of the show, or at least the background elements that eventually saw their friendship degrade. This came to a head February 2015, right after episode 120 of The Completionist.
It's hard for me to announce that Greg Wilmot will no longer
Happy birthday,
be a part
Gum.
of The Completionist or anything that one video gamer related. Greg, thank you so much, and I'm sure everyone at home appreciates all the hard work that you've done for the past 4 years.
Gerard thanking Greg for his time here while simultaneously being the perpetrator of his departure infuriated Greg. To this, Greg tweeted out, quote, "We are no longer friends. I did not leave willingly. Don't mistake quote-unquote diplomacy for pure fabrication. The loss of friendship has hurt most." Unquote. But it did not end there. On Reddit, he gave a significantly longer response. Quote, "The truth is, Gerard and I's friendship had been rough for the year prior to the falling out. We had been slowly drifting apart. I like to get my work done quickly and
Hey,
efficiently.
no problem, Gum. You don't have any obligation to be here, brother.
I
I'm
was
just
a
glad
real
you
deep
stopped
to our
by.
friendship and punished by the business I had no protection in. Gerard and I never worked out a contract between each other because we were best friends, and rather naively, I assumed we'd take care of each other in the end, as we did so many years prior." Unquote. The reactions to this were mostly of support. Though the comedic side of the show was now dead, the audience, understanding that Gerard was continuing the show, were happy enough with that. All over the internet, in relevant completionist posts, there are comments stating that Greg leaving the show diminished the quality of it, but also comments stating that they did not like Greg at all. These can be found in the same spaces. Ultimately, the departure of Greg saw far different reactions. Regardless, the fact is, the month that Greg stopped appearing in episodes was the same month that Gerard's viewership stagnated. This is not to say that Gerard was not attempting to improve his content, because by the end of 2015, he had hired a team to help with production, though he was still trying to expand his craft beyond the completionist. That's where Big Bad Bosses came in, his video game-themed boy band.
Oh.
To truly embrace the
This led to his most viewed video ever, but nothing else was working. To expand on this, Gerard, seeing how his contemporaries were expanding their craft from video games to popular media to just even food, wanted a piece of that pie. MatPat was a great example of this, as he was taking his theme of theory videos and moving them onto film, which brought success overnight. Gerard sought to do the same, but his format was not enticing nor was it viable. MatPat could play with ideas and just research the elements around the related story. He takes a simple concept or happening in a movie and or show and expands on it greatly. But Gerard, carrying his completionist theme onto shows, had to watch all that was available. Being a completionist of a show just boils down to being a regular reviewer. This is to say that Gerard's gimmick could not be expanded beyond games, as it was not interesting, nor was it worth the time investment. This realization that he may be stuck as the completionist worried Gerard.
Oh boy, what is next for the completionist? Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to be completing games my entire life, because that just seems a little bit daunting and depressing. I've been working on a lot of big projects that aren't necessarily so focused in the realm of reviewing games. I think that because there's so many reviewers out there, it makes it hard to stand out.
Gerard's goals to expand beyond his game reviews are not just sourced from the fear of pigeonholing himself, as most creators hold this fear that their craft is one note and their talents only exist in a single format. Gerard also has a task of expanding because he still deeply wants to please his father.
I thrive off of doubt. I thrive on people telling me like something that really drives me crazy. And my parents every day would tell me, "What are you doing? Go get a real job. Give up on this pipe dream. Go do something else." And I kept telling them, "No!"
Gerard, now in 2017, has built up quite the reputation. Not only is he liked by virtually all content creators in his sphere, companies like Nintendo indirectly endorsed Gerard by allowing him extremely high-level interviews. This year, his views were picking up a bit, but then there was also this massive change. Greg had to come back. Not to the show, but to request all videos that included him, which was pretty much every completionist episode up to 120, be removed.
I am damned if I do remove these videos, possibly legally damned if I don't. So,
he's gonna lose all those
it's with
views.
a heavy heart that I announce that I am going to be removing all 120 episodes of The Completionist.
Gerard allowed a month for viewers to archive videos before removing them. Whatever goodwill Greg had with the completionist community was drained via this request. And as much as this hurt Gerard's channel, it also opened
Dallas,
up a new
Gum.
opportunity
We just
to
took off from New
re-review
Orleans.
games he already played in his
After we
completion
land in
series,
Dallas, we'll be heading
now
to
as
Chicago.
Game Plus. It was possibly this, alongside continued traction, that reinvigorated his channel.
Fucking
and
Proto
brought the viewership
Man.
from hovering around
Proto
1 million
Man,
a month
son.
to around 4 million a month. Also in 2017, Gerard's story on Story Collider aired. The topic was on his mother and FTD.
Usually someone who's diagnosed with
Elon Musk, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Elon Musk says, last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt. He's talking about Donald Trump.
in the moment.
Though Gerard was on a
New
platform
Orleans,
that emphasized
Gum.
science and storytelling, Gerard was
We already did one
focused
flight.
on
We
the
flew
latter.
from
The average life
Orlando to New
expectancy,
Orleans.
as seen on the AFTD website, is 7 to 13 years. It is practically universally understood that the life expectancy for those that have FTD is several years, and the leading cause of death is not malnutrition, though that does play a part. Still, it is nearly unanimous that the average life expectancy is around 7 years, and the leading cause of death is pneumonia. It is clear that either Gerard got his facts severely wrong, or he is lying on the spot to make himself look good.
My mom was a strong as hell woman. She went down fighting every single step of the way. And more importantly, she is the longest lasting survivor to date with someone who's been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. They gave her 6 months. She said, screw you, I'm going to live 15 years.
Also a strong claim, considering that multiple sources state that people have lived up to 20 years with the disease. There's something fundamentally wrong with Gerard. The silver lining is that these statements here don't really affect anything. This story reached a limited audience, so Gerard's lies were hardly impactful, though it does put into question why he was chosen as a director of the Open Hand Foundation while not being up to date.
Orlando to LaGuardia.
This spelled trouble.
Yeah, LaGuardia isn't really fit for 777s, though, is it? Aren't the runways kind of short there?
I want to do a big charity stream, and it is called Indieland. Yeah, it's called Indieland. This is a charity stream designed about indie games, for indie games, promoting indie games, more importantly, why we love games.
While it
Going
was
down to
clear
290.
that Gerard was incompetent, at the very least, this event was beneficial for all parties. Though the goal was set at raising $25,000, Indieland raised much more than that.
Our final amount for Indieland, all
Oh, Newark is even shorter, yeah. I don't think a 777 would, I mean, I could fly my other planes in there for sure.
Jamie Lee Curtis even got herself involved, as her daughter was an employee of Gerard's. Everything was looking well for the completionist and its ventures.
I don't want to say this is the year of the completionist, because it's like a weird thing to say. Hashtag RIP Year of Luigi. But this year has been our most successful year. It's just nonstop. We're going to hit 1 million subscribers in a couple of weeks. And that's something special.
A unique boon that continued to aid the completionist was his clean reputation. This was absolutely necessary when it came to his most
Like in the simulator or in real life?
Nintendo games. His top 2 non-music videos are on Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey and boast 4.2 million and 2.7 million views respectively. While it is not irregular for coverage of Nintendo games to perform well on YouTube,
Wow, okay,
it is uncommon for
I
Nintendo
take it
to
back
work
then.
with creators. A benefit of this was that Gerard was able to receive games like Super Mario Odyssey early, and being that his gimmick is not so much reviewing the game, but achieving full completion, though the definition of completion can vary from game to game. This is to say that Gerard needs much more time than the average creator to release his video. The window of interest tends to close the further the video releases from the game's release date. And while it is somewhat common for review copies to be given out, Gerard's privilege extends beyond that realm. Like for a few other creators, there was a master trainer named after him in a Pokemon game. That and Gerard was also being directly sponsored by Nintendo.
This video is sponsored and approved by Nintendo.
This felt necessary for Gerard's growing company that was looking to expand into the creator space by offering services to creators like managing merchandise sales. All of these aspects were reliant on Gerard's glowing reputation. That's why in 2019, when Pro Jared was going through a scandal involving heavy accusations that at the time were not challenged, Gerard, seeing as he collaborated with Jared in the past, made a tweet stating he did not condone Jared's actions and donated a combined total of $15,000 to 3 charities. Also attached were the receipts received from each individual charity. If he donated this much in response to a friend's scandal, how much would he theoretically donate in response to his own scandal? Luckily, Gerard's reputation was so solid that this question could practically only ever be asked in theory. In 2019, Gerard was proud to, quote, report that Indieland 2019's preliminary total earnings are $109,418, unquote. With now 19 employees allegedly working under the completionist company, that One Video Entertainment, it was now more important than ever to continue this momentum. But 2020 YouTube had other plans.
At the beginning of this year in January, something changed on the YouTube front. YouTube algorithms. Surprise, surprise, right? Something changed. And my channel went from performing as it normally does to not performing as it normally does.
What Gerard is complaining about in this video was a dip in views starting January 2020, except that is false.
This watch...
Oh, here we go again.
That's a stone glass.
damn beautiful.
Goddamn ads all over your videos, June.
Looking back at his Social Blade for the month of January 2020 shows that his channel did not only perform well, it also performed virtually the best it had ever per month at 6.4 million views. Looking through a Social Blade also shows that the single month that had only ever performed better was January of 2019. February 2020, however, does show a massive dip in views of nearly half, but that is only compared to January. When looking back, hovering around 4 million is highly common for his channel. This is not the only time Gerard talks about this dip. There was also this panel at PAX East 2020 where he believes he knows what caused it.
We're going to go ahead and scale it back.
A350s, Newark is a great airport for some rare aircrafts like the A350-900. Yeah, I can't wait for that AnyBuilds A350 to come out. The only two Airbuses that I really want to fly are the A350 and the A380. Otherwise, I'm chilling with my Boeings, you know, and that MD-11, which is basically a Boeing at this point.
That's all that's changed this year.
What Gerard is pinning the blame on here is where he would typically upload 8 videos. He was uploading less than that to focus on quality and experimentation. The facts are that he uploaded 7 videos in January, except in this case, as shown, this month was his second best performing month despite missing 1 upload. But what about February? This month, the month that had shown the dip, which was not a dip because it was still in the same range of Gerard's typical views, had also the typical 8 videos. Gerard is either lying
Oh wow,
or is
we're actually
woefully
on.
unaware of his upload schedule.
Usually I'm a little
Perhaps
bit
he was thrown off by
off
the 8th
track.
video
We're
uploaded
right
on
on
the
track.
29th
That's
of February
great.
because it was a leap year. What this all means is that Gerard effectively uploaded a 24-minute video complaining about nothing. This also includes his complaints about the Persona 5 episode. According to How Long to Beat, the average completionist time of Persona 5, meaning all the trophies, would take approximately 173 hours. Gerard wanted to go above and beyond by collecting all the love interest gifts. The issue with this was that you can only get 1 love interest gift per run. With there being 10 unique love interests and an additional cutscene where you romance all 10 at the same time, that amounts to beating a rather large game 10 times.
Of course,
I'm
Gun.
bringing that up is because
I'll have it on day one, brother.
I don't want to do it anymore. I do not want to play this game anymore.
Though he claims he started playing it since it was released and was further challenged to complete
I will have it
after
on
Indie
day
Land
one.
raised $100,000 in 2019.
It might be a little bit buggy,
After
though, you never
500
know.
hours of gameplay, Gerard could not persist.
I do not want to play this game anymore.
So he issued
Hopefully
a
all my payware planes will be ready on launch, you know, I don't know.
91% stated that just getting all trophies is fine, which is what Gerard settled on when he released the video in May of 2020. This single video is
I'm gonna laugh if the payware planes don't get ported and everybody's just stuck on 2020 for the next 5 years.
Point 1 and 3 can be bundled into one major issue, which is Time to Beat a Run. This is more or less.
I might actually
only
wait to buy it
considered
until I
the
can
most
confirm that all my
Average
payware
playthrough
planes will
of
work
Persona
there, you know?
5 is over 85 hours, with my very first one tracking on hard mode taking me 110 hours.
But with New Game Plus, if run on easy and skipping dialogue as Gerard said he was doing, it should, according to multiple different accounts, take 30 to 40 hours. With Gerard's initial run of 110 hours, it should have taken Gerard around those 500 hours to beat the game as he wanted. If we're being generous with numbers and assuming that Gerard is absolutely inefficient with his additional...
When does the 757 come out? I don't know anything about that. That's one of my favorite planes of all time. Absolutely, I will.
He could have only made up.
And I was starting to realize this episode would never
Yeah, I mean,
end.
when does that come out?
And I'd have to spend well over 1,200
Give it to me.
hours to do this stupid task that I gave myself.
That's a great plane.
While these are all minute, rather
It's got a great
unimportant
profile.
lies, it does demonstrate once more that Gerard is a liar. And not only that, he has terrible business sense. Why
757
even
has to be one of the most visually
such an
aesthetic
absurd
planes that
self-based
Boeing ever
challenge for a
made.
video that only got
It's up there with the
1.3 million
7.4.
views? That places it at the 30th most
The 7.8,
video, yet
as far
was
as
a
I'm
video that
concerned,
took
it's up there with
arguably
those
the
planes.
longest to make. As for the rest of the year, Gerard continued his Indieland charity, and his viewership remained the same. January 2021, following the pattern of previous years, was where he peaked in overall monthly viewership.
Ugh, I'm at 200. He was slumming it.
A top 10 video about the top 10 worst achievements was responsible for this peak. This is the perfect example of a low-effort, high-performing video that does not sacrifice quality. It still has Gerard's personality that directly relates to the subject matter of the video. However, after this month, his viewership would see a true decline. Never again would he see beyond 5 million views, and after February, that was 4 million. Gerard continued to look elsewhere for whatever could
Fly wherever you want with it,
And I think the next
Nismo.
step for
Shit.
us is my ultimate goal
Do
is I want to get
Chicago
into
to Denver.
the video game industry, gearing the company. You know,
That's a
using
good
the
little
Completionist
2-hour
brand
flight.
to get people excited for games and to help indie developers.
Yeah, I'm heading to
who
Chicago.
otherwise don't have an
It's my
audience,
last flight.
Just give them a place to grow. You know, that's a big reason why IndieLand's been so successful, is because we're taking indie developers who are usually these 1 to 8 people teams that have no funding.
Gerard, at this time,
JFK
was
to Denver.
experiencing
That would be like a
difficulties
6-hour
all around.
flight, man.
Newly added,
I'd rather do like
primarily
2 or 3
diagnosed
flights
as
if I'm going to
his
stream for
birth
6 hours
was a
and then
syndrome
just
that
do
was
one,
holding
you know?
back with issues.
I like doing
33
landings.
years of being diagnosed with spinal hemangioma, I was actually diagnosed with something called blue rubber Bleb-Nevis syndrome. Blue rubber Bleb-Nevis syndrome is a rare disorder that consists mainly of abnormal blood
Nah, I'm going from
vessels
Dallas to
affecting the
Chicago.
skin or
I'm
internal
landing in
organs,
Dallas right now.
usually the gastrointestinal
I just
tract.
meant, you said you were looking
Disease
for
is
a flight. I
characterized by
said
the
do
presence
Chicago
of
to Denver.
fluid-filled blisters, blebs, as visible circumscribed chronic lesions, Nevis.
Gerard would need surgeries to quell these symptoms. While he had more than a fighting chance, the newest
I'm
thing
going
that
from
was
DFW to
involved in could at
O'Hare
best be described
on the next
as
flight.
hopeless. Comcast was looking at the rising gaming content sphere and reduced that G4, an old defunct network famously focused on gaming before there was any competition, could compete in this industry today. The way they were going about this was greenlighting several shows that made G4 popular, such as X-Play and Attack of the Show. These would be hosted on YouTube and would sometimes be found live on Twitch. The only value this holds today would be in the original host to see where they are now, which they did, and it performed decently. But relaunching it as it was would be virtually impossible, as it would have to compete with long-established content creators with teams of just a few people that have cut into their niche audiences that also know how to prioritize profits versus production costs. G4, on the other hand, had its own studio, it was paying for the hosts that were willing to come back, and though reluctant, brought on Gerard. G4 was also utilizing their dead channels with dead subscribers, and so Gerard's reveal trailer got a measly 36,000 views. Gus Johnson, another popular creator that was also part of the G4 team, was getting tens of thousands of views, where his main channel was getting anywhere from 1 million to 5 million views. Gerard's own G4 produced show, God of Work, where he plays a video game character set in an office space, was performing even worse. This is considering the amount of money that went into the production crew and the various actors and props involved. Even with Comcast's high-end slate of advertisers, this was a catastrophic failure brought on by the ignorance of a TV network that's traditional knowledge could not be translated into the online realm. Weekly, the budgets for the show would increase and decrease. There was no consistency in the studio, and changes in strategy of how
Traffic. Traffic.
I don't know how long I've been muted, but this descent's looking great, I said. Boomer moment. Yeah, this is good. Well, the thing is if you push on the front of the microphone, you know, if it was darker out, I'd be able to see the light turn off. I'd know it's muted, but sometimes I talk too close to the mic, my face hits it, and I mute it. Biden will address the nation after Trump assassination attempt. Oh God. Wonder what that's gonna sound like. Jeez. Biden's gonna fall asleep. It's past his bedtime already, man. Happened a couple hours ago, Nismo. There was a shooter. They smoked him. But Trump got tackled and he got hit by glass from the teleprompter, so he had blood all over the side of his head and he put his fist in the air. It looks like an album cover, man. Yeah, go do some Googling. It was in Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, it's all over Twitter. So we've got a nice approach here. I knew what you meant, Nismo. Yeah, I saw that, Jake. You said that earlier. But I saw it earlier this morning. Or earlier this afternoon, I should say, not this morning. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. No, I have no clue, Gum. No, he didn't get shot, Jake. He got hit by glass from the teleprompter. I do not know any flight reviewers. Not my typical type of YouTube content that I consume anyway. Nice. I guess that's cool. What is it, Nismo? Oh, yeah. I saw a video of the shooter laying dead on a roof. They smoked him. On Twitter, I saw it. Coming into Dallas, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's all over Twitter, Nismo. You just see a dead dude laying on the roof. There's no video of him getting smoked or anything. It's just a video of the aftermath. I mean, there might be video of him getting twatted. Alright, let's get our vocalizer turned on. Well, Texas has a lot of water, huh? Airport's in sight. Once we take this turn for final, I'll put the gear down. I don't want to slow the plane down too much yet. Oh, this descent's perfect. Alright, let's just get it down. Yep. Coming right up to final, Gum. Flaps 15. Flaps 20. Let's get approach. We've got the glide slope. Let's go flaps 30. Seems like great music for the landing. It'll be butter. Look at this approach.
$1,000.
Two red.
500.
A little low. Okay, we're good. Two red.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Oh no, ground effect. No, we're good. A little bit left to center line. Not as good as the landing in New Orleans, I'll tell you that. Minus 175. Gonzo, we're coming to get you next, bro. I'm coming into O'Hare after I get this bird to the gate. Coming for you, Gonzo. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. What's going on over on Pesci's, Gonzo? Is everybody freaking out about Trump? Is boss man in tears? Hell yeah. Mountain Timer talking about hitting a goat or like with his Jeep, like recently? That'll take his car. Dude, his car's probably totaled. You ever seen what it looks like? Car versus deer? Wow, so his car is totaled. He doesn't have a car. Trump gets shot at and Mountain Timer hits a goddamn deer. What a bad week. Look at this, we got a spot in the front row. Right in front of the Grand Wyatt, not the Grand Hyatt. The Grand Wyatt. That's funny. I don't know, Gum. Whenever that 757 comes out, you still haven't told me when. We got hit by a deer once. Mark on the door. Oh, well, you got lucky, Gonzo. I've seen a lot worse, I'll tell you that. Can't see anything. God damn. Here we go. The engines are going too fast for us to call any services right now. Oh no, we're good. Maybe. Yeah, I have the 738. Sounded like a bomb though. Trying to find a cool. There's a cool POV. All right, let's go get that flight to Chicago. Got to get a flight plan, yo. Let's get rid of that airplane noise for a second. New flight. Full plane. To KORD. Our planes stay jumping, Gum. They're always full. Best airline in the world. What the fuck is that noise? Best flight? I don't know how you would measure that. Like my favorite? Probably the first time I flew on a 747 or an A380. Talk you. I mean, I could pretend to, if I wanted, Gonzo, I guess. I guess if I wanted to, I could. Australia. Australia. Tell them you people like Mexico? To O'Hare. Boy, it is loud over here, yeah. Good grief. It shouldn't be that loud in my fucking plane. I don't get it. Jeez. Which way? Turn left now to go to Goa, Gonzo. I mean, is it ever going to come out? I know the 8's not going to come out for a while. The 9 will be the one that comes out first. It's a matter of when it comes out, I guess. Alright, let's stop here while we can. This ATC menu goes crazy. Okay. I don't understand why the plane engine is so loud in my cabin. Fucking console players, man. Yeah, those are definitely console players. What are they even doing? Let's see if we can taxi away from it. I swear to God, if this is an American jet, because that's the one that's been doing fucking... Yeah, look at it is. This fucking annoying cunt. There's no way a little fucking A310 is that loud, man. United. It's been United my whole life. Yeah, I might have to do the same thing, it seems. Triple seven. Oh, it's that American jet again. Three 350. What is this fucking clown doing? Get out of here, you fucking jabroni. Dallas, Gonzo. We've got Punch-O. We're bringing him to you. Three 350. We can. We probably will. Can't fly over my basement, sadly. I am not taxiing to the other side of the airport, brother. You can count me out on that. Well, I could just go this way. Nah. These runways are right here, man. Triple seven. Easy. Or a 7-4. Route? What do you mean? You said if I could just fly on one plane everywhere I go. Anytime I go anywhere, I just fly in a 777. I'll take it to LA. It's 90 minutes. Wouldn't be very practical, but I'd do it. Again. How? Oh my God. That's where I'm gonna end it, man. I'm so sick of this fucking plane. Dude, Nismo, can you explain that to me? That's happened on every fucking flight on this stream. Bro, I'm done. I'll be back for the evening stream, but that's it for that, man. Gonzo, I'm gonna migrate over to Pesci's Discord shortly here, so catch me over there, brother. Alright, guys. I'm out.